we go, people. After so long since that first teaser on March the 1st, we are now finally on the path to seeing the reveal for F1 23. Today, EA and Cody's posted this little teaser video, and it does lead to a reveal of some sort tomorrow at 4 PM. Now, that video is very much the definition of a teaser, and you may not think on the surface it reveals a lot, and you're going to have to wait a whole 24 hours now for the full reveal tomorrow. But if we go in deeper, pause it at the right times, we could actually get some information from this small little teaser. Let's start first of all of the kind of cover rebranding, I guess you could say, of the EA Sports F1 YouTube channel. The banner now says Konnersport, Butler Global Racing Team. Butler, I'm sure, is referencing Devon Butler, who of course was the nemesis driver in the Breaking Point story mode of F1 2021, and of course was there in the original F2 story mode of F1 2019. The logo of the YouTube channel is now just a K for the Konnersport, and it's the same if you look at all the EA Sports F1 socials across Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, etc. So a full little temporary rebrand to really push this new F1 team that they seem to be revealing tomorrow at 4 PM. Taking a look now at that teaser trailer, so there's a silhouette of a clearly generic Formula 1 car. Now, it seems like this is an actual on-location IRL car that they've put up in a nice livery for Devon Butler's new F1 team, and they've actually done an IRL shoot to shoot all of this, so very fancy stuff here. But it's just a generic F1 car. It's not the same chassis shape as the one we saw in that initial teaser in March the 1st, where, as it stands right now, that is the game cover that's on Steam, PlayStation, Xbox. That appears to be the new generic FOM My Team car. This just appears to be a show car that they maybe, gotten from F1 itself, so it's still got the boxy nose on the front. But in the little snippets we've got, when you pause it, you can see little decals of Butler on the rear wing. You've got some of the kind of familiar fake sponsors from the F1 games in the last 2-3 years with My Team career mode, kind of zoomed in a little bit. But the biggest thing to take away from this teaser video are these two stills of two racing numbers. And this is what I mean by, it may not look like a lot, but it's actually told us a little bit already of what F1 23 story mode might all be about, because we've got number 71 and number 89. Now, if you didn't play Breaking Point on F1 2021, or you just can't remember the details from that story, I'll jog your memory, because number 71 was Devon Butler's racing number in Breaking Point on F1 2021, illustrated here in this still from one of my videos 2 years ago now, playing Breaking Point when it first came out, taking out Devon Butler at the Japanese Grand Prix. But that's 71 on that AlphaTauri of his, so that is his race number. And the 89 race number is Aiden Jackson's racing number. Illustrated once again from a still from one of my videos 2 years ago playing Breaking Point. I chose Alfa Romeo as my team for the story mode. So Casper Ackerman is on the left-hand side with that orange Dutch helmet, and on the right-hand side, that is Aiden Jackson, and his number is 89. So I think this means we can already maybe confirm that in F1 23 story mode, Devon Butler has his own team with Konnersport, maybe a collaboration, this fictitious brand, and his teammate is going to be Aiden Jackson. Surely there is no other reason why they'd be showing us these two numbers in the same kind of splash art of yellow and these kind of, similar colors, and in the same video for Konnersport Butler Global Racing Team. So that is a twist that I did not see coming. I really thought it was going to be us playing as Aiden Jackson, fully now developed as a mature Formula 1 driver now compared to when he was a rookie in F1 2021 Breaking Point, versus Butler. But no, we're going to be hand in hand teammates with Devon Butler. We might even be racing as Devon Butler and Aiden Jackson, because that was what they love to do in Breaking Point in 21, is split who you're driving as, which will be, you know, a mixed feeling, because I think a lot of us have really grown to hate Devon Butler as a character. He's that pantomime villain. He's written so perfectly in the story modes that have gone by. So if we're going to have to drive as him, there's going to be maybe some mixed emotions for all of us playing that. But yeah, Butler and Jackson as teammates. Obviously, hopefully we'll get this fully confirmed in tomorrow's reveal of Konnersport Butler Global Racing Team at 4 PM, but from what we can see from the teaser, I think that's pretty nailed on. I'd be shocked if it's not. Away from those details in the video with the racing numbers and potentially the protagonists of our story mode, let's just discuss kind of the general context of what this racing team is going to be in F1 23. Now, on face value, because of the Butler in the name, this is definitely linked to the story mode, you gotta say, but this appears to be Devon Butler's own racing team. So are we going to get like a My Team style scenario, but inside the story mode? So not us, but Devon Butler will have his own Formula 1 team. Remember where we left things off in Breaking Point on F1 2021? We left things off driving as the split between Casper Ackerman and Aiden Jackson, the older teammate versus the new gen teammate, and both of them coming together to defeat their rival Devon Butler in a rival midfield team. So now is the next evolution. I thought it was maybe going to be moving to a top 3 team, because they didn't allow us to pick a top 3 team in Breaking Point in F1 2021, but it seems they've gone a different direction. It's not going to be a top 3 team. It's going to be literally one of the characters' own teams, Devon Butler's own team in the story mode. But if Devon Butler is really going to be set to have his own team in the story mode on F1 23, that also maybe opens up the door for the story mode bleeding into and leading into normal actual My Team career mode. Because of course, remember, on the original F2 story mode on F1 2019, we obviously had the character of Lucas Weber, who was discontinued in the next story mode in 2021, but we had Devon Butler there as well. But both Lucas Weber and Devon Butler could be used in normal career mode. Of course, on F1 2019, we did not have My Team. We just had normal, as it was known, career mode. These days, driver career mode. So as you finish the F2 story mode, you could decide to inject Devon Butler and Lucas Weber as 2 fictional AI drivers into 2 random teams on the F1 2019 career mode grid. I did that, and I actually ended up having a really awesome storyline where by the end of it, on like season 6 or 7, I was fighting both Lucas Weber and Devon Butler for the Drivers' Championship. The idea of the story mode bleeding over into the actual full career mode save that you can have, a few people didn't like it. Me personally, I really loved it. It was awesome to have that ability to build that storyline of those story mode characters coming into the full career mode. You just do normal career mode as you do, upgrading, etc., racing a full calendar, multiple seasons, and by the end of it, you know, Butler and Weber in the 2019 game, they both improved as drivers and were capable of battling me for a full Drivers' World Championship compared to where we started in that story mode of F2. So could we see the same thing here now in F1 23? Are we going to get Devon Butler having his own team, and then you can go up against Devon Butler's own team with your own team in My Team career mode? That's a lot to wrap your head around. Of course, at the moment, this is all unconfirmed, so take everything I'm saying with a pinch of salt. This is just my speculation of what might be cool to see. It may just be the fact that that's where it ends in story mode, because of course on F1 2021 the story mode Breaking Point did not affect My Team career mode or driver career modes, but because we've had that link before in F1 2019, my mind is drifting to that. But at the same time, you've got to remember, if that is the case, if Devon Butler's team would be available to, you know, it be injected into My Team career mode on top of your own team, that is now 2 extra teams on the grid. So we would have 12 teams on the grid. That would be 24 drivers on the grid, and I'm not too sure if that's pushing it a little bit in terms of the coding, what's capable on the F1 game, because we know most likely it's going to be the same game engine, the same ego engine as last year. So having 24 cars on the grid, it's a little bit of a push, but if they did pull it off and you were able to have Butler and your own team in My Team Career mode after you finish the story mode, that would be pretty darn insane. But they've already added an 11th team on the grid, so who's to say they won't be able to add a 12th team? So that is all we can glean from that little teaser that EA Sports F1 have put out today. There will be a full reveal tomorrow at 4 p.m, and I will be getting a video, you know it, as soon as possible out on that tomorrow. So if you're new around here, do get subscribed for that full reveal of whatever Konnersport Butler Global Racing Team is going to be. Yeah, I think it's going to be Butler having his own team, partnering with Aiden Jackson, and then that means potentially we're going to get a new nemesis, because if we're going to be driving as Aiden or Devon, you know, in Butler's team, then that surely means we're going to both, you know, both those drivers, you know, that we're playing as, we're going to have to go up against someone else, either another fictitious driver, or quite nicely, could they actually be setting up us going against actual F1 drivers, and they've, you know, done some work on getting audio bites from these actual drivers, maybe in between, you know, in the paddock and stuff, because we already know, thanks to Lando Norris's vlog from one of the race weekends, that they've been doing new face scans for the drivers for this year's game. So whilst they're at it, could they have quickly asked them to film some audio lines and record some audio lines? So maybe there won't be a fictitious nemesis to go up against. It might just be the actual drivers, which would be pretty damn cool as well. But I reckon, you know, based off Breaking Point, I think they're going to make up a third fictitious character to be our nemesis. You know, on the last story mode, it was Butler, and we were playing as Ackerman and Jackson. So this time, I reckon it's going to be us playing as Butler and Jackson versus a third, you know, new contender, maybe someone who's rose the ranks from F2 to F1 and is looking to go up against this in maybe one of the top actual real F1 teams. But yeah, hopefully some more juicy details of all of that will be revealed, and we'll get more of an idea what to expect from this fictitious team of Devon Butler in the story mode, in My Team, who knows. If you have enjoyed this one, be sure to hit the like button. Let me know what you think in the comments below of the idea of Devon Butler and Aiden Jackson being teammates first of all in the story mode. Even the fact of Devon Butler having his own team in the story mode, that's a bit of a bonkers one that I didn't see coming. So let me know what you make of that development, and then also that idea of it maybe bleeding into actual My Team Career mode like F2 story mode did in 2019. But yeah, till then, tomorrow guys, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.